So a few weeks ago, at the McDonald's where I work, I got a very annoying request from an entitled mother. I was working up the front, where the customers are serviced, and I'm a kitchen person, and was still learning how to work front, when a mother walks up to the counter, while holding her son's hand. He was maybe 6 or 5. The mother ordered a Happy Meal for her son, luckily very simple for me to accept, while she ordered something very challenging. She ordered a wrap that was discontinued a year ago, and I told her that myself, but she was adamant on getting what she wanted. Regardless of how many times I told her, she was getting madder and madder at me for something I had no control of. Eventually she asked if she could talk to my manager, which I hesitantly did. My manager walks over and listens to what she has to say. He told her the same thing as me, but she wanted that damn wrap. By now, the Happy Meal was ready and was given to my manager and I to serve. So we sent them out with just the Happy Meal and nothing else. My manager patted me on the back and said, "I won't make you work front again." Emil, entitled mother-in-law. Nick, fiance, fake name. Op, me. WP, wedding planner. Yes, that's true. I don't know how an amazing guy has the most entitled mother ever. 4 years ago I met Nick at a cafe and 2 years later we started dating. The year of dating, he proposed on Valentine's Day. Now his mother doesn't like me, mostly because I'm not religious and I do my own thing. Even though Nick left religion before he met me, she blames me for bringing Lucifer into his life. We are having a gothic graveyard wedding on Halloween. Mostly our wedding of our dreams. We love Halloween and old graveyards. We are stand, as long as we don't disrespect graves or anything, we are allowed to have a wedding there. Wedding planner did an amazing job with everything including finding a new reception venue when the other one cancelled. Might be going to court for that one. We send out invites to everyone including his mother. This is a text I gotten. Emil, why aren't you getting married in a church? That's my dream for him. Me, because we're not religious and the graveyard wedding was his idea. Emil, so him going to look horrible because my son is marrying a demon girl. Me, Emil, I'm sorry that you feel that way. It's our day, so please put difference aside for your son and come to the wedding. Everything went downhill. WP called me and asked if I change my flowers to real ones and have my theme change. She literally got hold of WP and told her that I wanted a traditional wedding now and find a church. Thankfully I clear it up and made a password to make sure Emil can't do more damage. She told everyone that she's the groom's mother and it's her day. Me, can you please stop ruining your son's wedding? We worked very hard to have this day. If you can't stop, you will not be invited. Nick is very stressed out because of you and it's not fair. Emil, it's my day, not his. You are a demon girl ruining his life. He shouldn't even ask you to marry him. I might make a part 2 to this. She's literally is very entitled. This just happened earlier today and I'm still trying to comprehend the comicality of the situation. What's worth knowing for the story? I'm 22 years old, female and very short. I'm about 4 feet 10 inches and I look ridiculously young. I could easily be mistaken for a 15-year-old thanks to my baby face. But onto the story. So, after all of my classes for the day had ended, me and the girl at my dorm I share the bathroom with went grocery shopping. We don't really see each other very often because our schedules are very different and like to go back to our parents' houses as soon as we can. And so we decided to watch some movies and enjoy some snacks later that day, since we both don't have any morning classes on Wednesday. My friend and I both picked up the items for our meals for the rest of the week as well as some snacks we wanted to share later. Then, my friend remembered that she didn't have her ID on her and asked me if I could pay for her alcoholic beverages, since they would check us for ID for sure. She's 21 and drinking age for lighter beverages here where I study is 16. Remember that for later. Now, another thing you have to know about me is that I don't drink any alcohol. I simply don't like it at all and just think it's really nasty. But because she's right next to me and about to hand me the money beforehand, I agree. I mean, it doesn't do me any harm and I don't care being associated with alcohol in a city where no one knows me. Also, the look on the cashier's Faces are quite priceless whenever they ask me for an ID. Yes, maybe I'm a bit evil. So, I put the bottles in my basket and wander off to the sanitary aisle, while my friends follows behind me. I scan the shelf for what I need, tampons, and when I finally find them, I happily grab them and put them in my basket as well. My friend then poked me in the ribs and asks me, very flustered, if I could also pay for another item of hers. Now, my friend is not really shy, but she gets easily embarrassed when buying certain things. I never understood why, but since I have my own problems buying certain items, I don't judge her. She then asks me if I would mind also paying for a packet of condoms. I roll my eyes, put the packet in my basket, and accept the money she hands me for her beverages and the condoms. She's so relieved that she offers to pay for my snacks and I accept. But then, I hear it. A dramatic gasp behind me I've only ever heard in theater productions and I'm slightly taken aback by that. I turn around, and a lady waddles over to where me and my friend are standing, dragging a boy, maybe 10 years old, behind her by the arm. Internally, I already start getting really annoyed. I've been on this sub for a while, and had to deal with one too many Karens in the past few years. And here is the cast for today's show. Me, Magnificent Emperor Penguin. F, my amazing friend. M, entitled mother, the spawn of insanity. Park, as in poor kid, because he has to live with that crazy woman. Also he didn't really say much. M, cool manager. M, excuse me, you can't buy that. Me, thinking she meant the alcohol in my basket, since that was the only logical thing that came to my mind. Oh, it's alright, I'm over 18, and allowed to drink alcohol. F, also, that's not hers, it's mine. I just forgot my ID at home. M, shrieks, I don't mean that. She makes a vague gesture towards the packet of condoms on top of my groceries. That, you can't buy that. Me, very confused because I was not expecting that and proceed to draw out the packet. You mean, the condoms? The M then covered her son's ears with a shriek and stared at us angrily. Don't you dare say that again. Shen then yelled at us. You're a teenager, you're not supposed to buy something like that. Only adults can buy that. The fact that she referred to the packet as that just made it even more ridiculous. What was she, 12? Me, sorry but first of all, it's none of your business what other people might want to buy. Second of all, aren't you as a parent supposed to, well, teach your kid about sex and protection at some point? And third, I already told you that I'm over 18. But most importantly, and I say it again, that's none of your business. M, how dare you speak to an adult like that, you ungrateful child. Where are your parents? They should taught you some manners. She then proceeds to take the condoms from my hand, but I was faster and just put them back into my basket before gesturing to my friend to just leave. But as we were about to do so, this whale of a woman grabbed my arm and held me back. Don't you dare walk away from me. She was now full on shouting at some poor girl a third of her size in the midst of the sanitary aisle. I will not allow you to buy something like that. Someone has to teach you some manners. Me, leave me alone. F, I'm going to call an employee over. My friend then hurried off to find some staff member while I was trying to free myself from her death grip on my upper arm, but to no avail. Me, let me go. M, not until you put that thing away. Only adults can have, you know what. She actually said it like that. Park, mum please, let her go, you're hurting her. M, be quiet, mommy will handle this. To my immense relief, my friend returned not only with an employee, but with a manager until only a few moments later, but I could already feel that I would have bruises on that arm, which I was definitely right about. M, what's going on here? M, finally. This little kid was trying to buy stuff she's not allowed to, and she was really rude to me and my son. You have to find her parents and forbid her to buy what is in her basket. M, first of all, I have to ask you to release her before I will call store security. You have no right to restrain her like that. She finally released me and I held my arm because her grip really hurt. I already told you that it's not your business what I want to buy, I said. F, she was trying to take the packet of condoms out of my friend's basket because she said she's not allowed to buy it. Me, and I wasn't rude by any means. M, Is this true, ma'am? Kids can't buy those. And she also has alcohol in her basket. She clearly has a fake ID. I'm starting to get really upset by the whole situation. Look, I already told you that I'm over 18. Stop lying, you little SLT. What the F did you just call her? Quiet. Now, would you please show me your ID? You do look quite young, but as I can see, the alcohol you are about to purchase is for people 16 and above. I took out my ID and show it to the manager. With a smug smile on her face. See, that piece of cardboard is obviously fake. Austrian IDs don't look like that. Me, that's because it's an Italian ID. I added an insult in my head as I'm not going to be rude in front of a manager. Well, I can't verify the validity. Do you maybe have another document that confirms your right entity? Looks like she had one, but I proceeded to take out my driver's license and my student ID, both of which have my date of birth on them and a picture stating that I'm clearly 22 years of age. Those are all fake. She can't be 22. You have to throw her out. Ma'am, the only person who'll be thrown out today will be you. Please follow me outside. You are no longer welcome at the store. The then proceeded to throw a huge tantrum while her son just stood there, white-faced and looking like he wanted the ground to swallow him whole. I felt really bad for the kid, but also satisfied that the was thrown out. The manager returned to my friend and me when the cashier scanned our items and advised the employee to take the alcohol and condoms off the receipt as a compensation for our inconvenience and hoped he wouldn't lose us as customers. I shop there frequently. My friend and I are currently sitting on her bed while I type this, and she's still laughing about it. Seriously, no matter how old you are, isn't it positive that you're thinking of protection? As far as I'm concerned, sexual intercourse is allowed when both parties are 14 and the law about that isn't that strict where we come from. I've seen girls as young as 13 buy condoms while I was working as a cashier, and even though I don't think it's necessary to have sex at such a young age, at least they think about negative consequences. But who am I to understand the craziness that comes with being a Karen? Thank you for watching. Slap that like button and comment your opinion on these stories below. I'm waiting. Write that comment. Seriously. Have you written it yet? If you don't comment, you make a bunny cry somewhere. You're not that kind of person. I know. Anyways, peace out and catch you tomorrow.